How you feeling today, John?
I'm feeling, I'm feeling really good. I'm feeling a little anxious because there's like we got a lot of boxes looking at me on this Zoom.
So we recently read an article that instead of the word solitary confinement, they call it restorative housing units. Oh, now there's just a new word for it. Like,
Exactly. That's what they do. They run circles around you with verbiage, but you're still doing the same things. You're putting people in the same terms and conditions that you did in solitary confinement. There's no different.
I got into an altercation with a correctional officer. He said something to me and I responded back. But I guess he got offended with what I said back to him, sent me to lockup. And that was my first stint in solitary confinement.
So you were placed in solitary confinement regarding just a verbal comment?
Absolutely so.
You don't really have to do anything to end up in solitary confinement. I'm in a cell all day, every day. A big hole in the window. One thin blanket that's really not doing anything. And the food, same way, ice cold.
The cell I was in, it smelled like urine, and like you could see like dry blood and semen in mine as well. Just like it's all over the damn place. Yeah, it's pretty disgusting.
You had a lot of head cases in solitary confinement, so they used to be standing at their doors with shampoo bottles filled with piss and shit. They'd be stepping on it as you walk past, just trying to spray you.
The roaches are just everywhere. The rats.
Can't contact your loved ones, your family and friends.
And these cells are very small. Like I said, they 5 by 9 cells. And so that whole time in there, I became isolated to myself.
You know, the long periods of silence are like, they just can break you. They can break you. It's just a strange experience. It really is.
Nothing that's in that cell allows you to experience life. That is not life.
So you were in confinement for how many hours of the day?
I think we went to recreation maybe 3 times a week. So some days we were locked up 24 hours straight. It wasn't humane, if that's what you're asking. No, far from it.
It creates mental health issues. It creates emotional instability, depression, anxiety, PTSD. If you're someone that had these issues prior to even going in, then they're only going to be exacerbated when you're sitting there all by yourself all day long.
I sat in them cells in days and thought about how can I kill myself internally? How can I kill myself from the inside? And I promise you, it got so bad some days, if I figured out a way, I wouldn't be sitting here talking to you now.
And there's just no excuse for it. No excuse. They've had 4 years. 2019 is when they passed ICRA. That's the Isolated Confinement Restriction Act. 4 years. And they haven't gotten it right yet.
How did that go?
That was unbelievable. Genuinely one of the most heartwarming conversations I've ever had in my entire life.
Listen, man, I had a great group. You know, I don't like to cry, John, but they got me. It's something about sharing that story, sharing your story and actually having people being acceptive of the story and being acceptive of you, that's moving. So I appreciate you guys.